Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos. I'm going to do hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos. Is this live? Okay, yeah, there goes my timer. All right, so Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos here live. I did put a video out a little while ago that I made earlier today, but it basically, oh hey, FN Based, how you doing, my man? Just going to make a little short, quick, Payoka, yo, what's up? Going to make a quick video here because I already made a video that I posted just a little while ago. I had made it earlier today, but it was mainly in response to some of the comments I got about the video that I made yesterday addressing Digibyte and XRP Ripple people that weren't too happy with the video that I made. I just wanted to explain a little bit. What's up, Litecoin? We're going to talk about Litecoin a little bit here in just a second. Actually, why not? Well, first, let me talk about the market. So I had talked about in previous videos how we saw generally the market kind of go down in the middle of the week. Now here we are Friday. It's 4:40 Eastern time, so the stock market is closed. Let's see if the cryptocurrency market follows the same pattern that it has been for the um, last month and a half to 2 months now, where it goes down in the middle of the week, and then after the market closes on Friday, it starts to go up into Saturday, and then Sunday it comes down again. So people who are just looking at Grayscale, which is the Bitcoin um, Nasdaq over the counter stock market price, never see the activity and the price fluctuation where they can trade in and out and make money. So let's see if it follows that pattern. And because of that, I also bought some extra Wabi earlier today at about 16 cents. And let's see how it does this weekend. All right. People are pricing in the halvening already. I think they're starting to price it in a little bit. Yep, because it has been going up today. Markets have been pretty flat for close to at least 2 weeks now, and Litecoin's price has just been creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. Tail, yeah, it is Tail now. They officially changed their name, but they still go by the symbol of Wabi, so you can find it either way. And it is on Binance. Not financial advice, just telling you what I'm doing because they do have 5 announcements coming out this month. So I think that should help drive the price. Could be wrong, but it's a gamble I'm willing to take at least. All right, so Litecoin. I wanted to talk about how smart Charlie Lee was right in the beginning by associating Bitcoin as gold and Litecoin as silver. So now, when you think of the silver of cryptocurrency, you think of Litecoin, even though it's not an official title. It's just now what people in the cryptocurrency market associate Litecoin with silver, and they associate Bitcoin with gold. Why was that so brilliant? It's so brilliant because people who don't believe in fiat are going to be some of the first people who come into the cryptocurrency market. People who don't believe in fiat are what? Mainly, they're gold and silver bugs. People who stack gold and silver and have been for decades. Every month they consistently buy a few coins of silver or whatever they like to hoard or whatever they like to stack. And I think he had an inkling that when cryptocurrency started to move a little bit, that the people that have been stacking gold and silver for so long, and gold and silver, it moves it doesn't move much. I mean, it's kind of boring, I'll be honest with you. It does have like spike ups for like a few months, and people are like, yeah, this is it, this is the breakout where silver's going to go to $400 an ounce and gold's going to go to 5,000 an ounce or 10,000 an ounce or whatever. But then it shortly after that seems to come right back down, and it seems to almost level off or stay up a little bit higher than where it was. But then it can just go for years and years and years without doing much of anything. I mean, very boring. So if you think cryptocurrency is going for 2 weeks without any price fluctuation is boring, could you imagine being in gold and silver and going for years without the price moving? I mean, come on. So yes, gold did just finish a great cycle. It has been on a little bit of a run. I think silver hit like a year and a half highs just recently. Had a big drop today, however. So, hey, bud. Um, so anyway, people that get kind of bored with gold and silver and may want to look at something else to invest in, but don't want to be in fiat currency, would probably be some of the first people to get into cryptocurrency. So he already put in their mind, bang, I like silver, I like gold, I go into crypto, Bitcoin is the gold, Litecoin is a silver. Those are the first two I'm going to look at, and those are more than likely the first two that I'm going to get into. So because of that, that was, I think, brilliant forethought on Charlie Lee's part to make that association. Um, let's see what else we got in that here. Watch Bob Lucas, a great trader for crypto and precious metals. I don't think I've heard of him, but I will check him out. I do hold some silver as well. I'm probably one of those people who came over, to be honest with you, just because I had some silver and it went up, and I was like, I'm just actually there's a lot of it is just my life experience, and then it came down and stayed down, and you know, got into cryptos. I was actually at a gambling site. Now I'm live. You can make noise. It's okay. My son's in there. He's going to get something to eat, so he's just trying to be quiet. Yeah, so that's my my thoughts on that, on gold and silver. So crypto, also Litecoin, I mentioned it in another video, but they have an event that they're going to be sponsoring. And I don't know if you've ever heard of K-pop. It's like Korean pop music. And it's going to be an event that happens in the United States, but it's going to have like, I think 7 or 8 different like top K-pop groups. And all these K-pop groups, they all have thousands, if not millions of followers. Again, now most of them are going to be young kids, but their parents are going to have to take them to these events. These kids may be at the age where they're starting to work, and some of them may be invested in cryptos, or they will be shortly. And so Litecoin is going to sponsor this event. So just another way to get out there and reach millions of people. Oh, is that your new sweatshirt that you got? Don't ruin it. You wanted to resell it, right? All right. My son's got this plan. He's going to buy clothes and then resell them for a profit. We'll see. Anyway, let's see. I have some gold, but it's more like an insurance for judgment. Yeah, I think gold and silver is great for like that shit hit the fan scenario where or a EMP attack where we lose power and we don't have access to any electronics, computers, or where cryptos would be hard to trade. But other than that, my biggest problems with gold and silver, and I've mentioned this in other videos, is that first of all, if things get bad enough where it's dire conditions, gold and silver, if you carry them with you, they're very heavy, and it's going to be kind of noticeable, I think, unless you're just carrying one coin at a time or whatever, or just a couple. But if you get robbed or stuck up because people see you with silver or gold, or see you at the store with silver or gold, now they're going to follow you to your house, maybe rob your house. I mean, it's a lot of problems that way. Also, if gold does go up to a huge price, say like, I don't know, $20,000, and you just want to buy $100 worth of groceries, although money will have lost its value, and it'll probably be more like $5,000 or $3,000 or whatever worth of groceries, just as an example. But still, it's not going to be easy for grocery stores and places to exchange cash for gold and gold for cash, because you're not going to be able to split a coin. And are you really going to want the fiat, back? It's going to be used more for, trading in desperate measures. I think silver might be better in no bigger than ounce quantities, because it'll just be easier to trade. You can trade, a few coins instead of having to break, you have a bar of gold or something. I mean, good luck trading that and not getting robbed. And I just think too many problems. It's too heavy to transport. Crypto, I mean, nobody knows you have it. If you can even remember your keys in your head, um, just easy to transfer to your family if they have some financial needs. You can't ship gold and silver very easily. It's too heavy, it's too costly to ship. It can get stolen while it's being shipped. So, yeah, I think in a shit hit the fan scenario, gold and silver are good for a while. Um, and if it ever got bad enough where the things that would be the most important, obviously, would be food, medicine, things like that, because you can't eat gold and silver, and you can't fix your broken, arm with gold and silver. So, I think gold and silver would be good for a while, but I think after a while, if things were bad enough, that even gold and silver would start to lose their value, and that's why I like cryptocurrencies. But I could be wrong on that. But let me read some of your comments here. I've been rambling on a little bit. So, I have some gold too. Okay, right. Kiss your kiss your kids' pets, your dog. Yeah, you might be eating your kids' pets and your dogs if things ever got to the scenario we're talking about here. Cheers on that. Yes. What about Digibyte Shillers? Um, I made a video about Digibyte earlier today that I released, and I was just going to do a quick live video here because I didn't really get to talk about cryptocurrencies in general. I just mainly focused on Digibyte and XRP Ripple because I got some negative comments, and I expected to get thumbs down and negative comments because people who like those cryptocurrencies, no matter what reason you give, if you say anything negative about them, they're going to give you a thumbs down or a negative comment. And I didn't really think I was saying anything too negative. I was just trying to keep it real. I was just trying to basically state that, XRP is great now, but what happens when all the banks get their own cryptocurrencies? Then that's basically what gives XRP its value right now, is all the banks partnering with it. And Digibyte, I said, is great. Also, I'd like to see Digibyte be successful because it is decentralized and it is a mined coin. But basically, I watched a video because I was actually thinking of investing in Digibyte. And one of the guys was an expert on Lightning Network and Digibyte. And he was just talking about the because it is so fast and it has such big blocks that if you break a block, they have something called orphan chains or orphan something come out of it, and it can't always guarantee that your payment is going to be successful or that it's going to reach the right place because if another block is broken down before your transaction is completed, the orphan coin could get lost or mixed up in another block or something like that. So I just wanted some clarification on that. That's all I was asking for. But if you want to get more into that, you can watch the video that I posted a little bit earlier. All right. And I also mentioned that Digibyte and XRP, in my opinion, right now, are not even going to be in the same category as Litecoin and Bitcoin. They're not even in competition with each other because Bitcoin and Litecoin are going to be a store of value. They're going to be something that people don't spend. It's going to be just the thing that people buy and hold, just like gold and silver stackers. They're going to stack Bitcoin and Litecoin, and they're going to spend Digibyte and Ripple and all these Tether and all these other, JP Morgan coins, all the ones that have billions, I'm talking tens, if not hundreds of billions of tokens that are not going to go up in value as fast just because of the sheer number of tokens. Just my opinion, not financial advice. All right, so let's see here. It's still my mind how many people didn't hear about crypto, at least in Poland. Paoka, you'd be surprised how many people don't know about crypto in America. I talk to people, when I get the chance, I'll mention, hey, do you, have, like, I do some side jobs for people, and I say, you can pay me in Litecoin or Bitcoin, and if they don't know what it is, I just give them a quick little thing, basically just so it's not their first time hearing about it. So, like I said before, the first time, second time, third time that they hear about it, but the more they hear about it, the more it's, they start to get interested in it until they get to the point where they actually look into it themselves. And when people start to look into things for themselves is when they actually start to form an opinion on it, not when somebody's trying to force it down their throat. Horrible crowd. Well, I'm not going to comment on that, but I have seen other posts where people do talk about some of these other tokens and how they get attacked. So that's just the way that it kind of is right now. Joe, my go-to guy for all things cryptocurrency. Thanks, Stephen. How the hell? I'm doing good. You doing good? I hope everybody's doing good out there. It's Friday, right? Nothing wrong with Friday. Week is over. Price predictions are fun. How much LTC high for the year? Let's see. See now, when you give price predictions, that's when you get in trouble because you know I gave some price predictions for Genesis Vision. I picked Genesis Vision when it was at like $7, and I said, I recommended that people buy it, not financial advice at the time, but people bought it. It went up to $14 or $15, and now look at it's at $4. So a lot of these cryptocurrencies really just fluctuate with the market. I personally think the bear market's over. It just depends how fast we get adoption. And right now, I think it could be any time, but really, I'm looking towards the end of this year for a big move. Because it looks like that's when, again, you've got all these institutions that have been delaying and delaying and delaying their products coming out. It looks like now they're like all going to be released. They're on the same timetable now, where before it was this one's going to be out in January, this one's going to be out in February, this one's going to be out in March. They're all kind of spread out. Now they're like all around the October, November time frame. Talking EFTs, we're talking backed, we're talking a lot of the stock exchanges, and they're all kind of lining up for that time of year. So I really anticipate the market buying in earlier, just like we had talked about how people are starting to buy into Litecoin before the halving. I really anticipate that starting to happen at least by June, I would think. It may happen sooner. It just depends how fast. Excitement is a magical thing because it's like electricity. It can go really fast from one person to another. Just like momentum in a game, it's like 1 minute nothing's happening or your team is down, and then one big play or one big piece of news comes out, and all of a sudden, man, your team just catches fire and you end up blowing the other team out. The same thing can happen with cryptocurrencies. There's just no telling when or what's going to set it off. It's just I definitely think it's going to be a great year for cryptocurrencies. So if you want a price prediction for Litecoin, we're at about $48 now. I'm going to say $100 by May, and by June or July, 150 to 200, and then depending on if there's a lot of profit takers that, of course, when it goes up that fast, people are going to take profits. And if new money starts coming into the market, like I'm thinking it's going to, that it could go up into $300-400 by the end of the year. And if we really get a lot of excitement, it could be even higher than that. All right, so let's see what else here. Smash the like button, guys. That's a good idea. The more likes I get, the better quality videos I can get. I can start to, put my little picture in the corner and put up the graphics and edit and bring in other video clips. But all that stuff takes a lot of time. I mean, I've done it, video editing before, and you could spend, 3-4 hours out of your day just making one video. And it's just not worth it for me at this point to do that. But I'd like to be able to do that one day. Tail is a real deal. I think it is. I think at least for this month, it's worth looking into, at least, in my opinion. They are not letting people off, which is a good people. They're hiring, and that's a disappointment. I'm not sure what the disappointment was. I can't remember what we were talking about. All the big banks have nothing to do with XRP. All right. So, Ryan, do you hold XRP? Stephen O'Neill, I don't own any XRP. Me either. One of the main problems that people had with XRP out of the gate is that a bunch of it was held by Ripple, meaning that it's very centralized. A lot of people don't like that one entity can control so much of its destiny, making it fluctuate in price by selling a bunch of it at one time if they need to. Great, yeah, there's stores of value, end of year, yeah, Litecoin could be $400 or $500 by the end of the year. Bitcoin, end of year, it's 800, 100, end of year. Yeah, yeah, I mean, Litecoin, more realistically, I mean, Litecoin will probably be about 250, but I think it could be up there $400 or $500. Bitcoin end of year, I see much higher than 550. I see it at least pushing 10,000 at least. Yeah, and I think Litecoin's going to be higher just because of the halvening. It's just going to bring people in. Any new money that comes into cryptocurrencies that I think are a little weary or a little leery of cryptocurrencies are going to hear about the halvening, and they're going to feel safer knowing that they've got something to look forward to down the road that is going to pump the price. You know what I mean? They're going to feel a little more secure in their investment. They're not going to feel like it's a fly-by-night, just like closing their eyes and throwing a dart at a cryptocurrency to pick. They're going to feel like it's something that's been around for a long time. It's got some longevity, and the halvening is going to make the price go up. So I think that they're going to feel pretty good about that, and that's going to be another reason why they're going to go into Litecoin. Let's see, it's just for fun. It's just for fun. Universal vibes. People will spend Litecoin. Charlie Lee plans to implement Lite to enable people to pay for tea and coffee small purchases. Yeah, I mean, I think that Litecoin in the beginning years will be used for purchases also, but I think eventually, since there's not that many Litecoins that there will ever be, that eventually, like Bitcoin, it will also be a store of value. So since it's only $48 now, people can spend a tenth of a Litecoin. They can figure that out pretty easily, not that big of a deal. But I think once Litecoin starts to really get up into the thousands of dollars per Litecoin, that it's not going to be used to purchase tea and coffee. Of course, I could be wrong on this. Of course, it can all be done computerized, and maybe people won't want to worry about checking the math. I was just brought up in the old school, and maybe I'm a little old school, that when you pay for something that's $5, you hand the cashier a 20, and you say, "I'm giving you a 20," just to make sure they don't give you $5 back, thinking they gave you a 10. And then when you give somebody change, you count it out five. The 5 that you owed plus 10, 15, 20, counting your money, making sure it's right. I know kids nowadays don't do that, because I go to the store and I pay for something in cash, and if they can't ring it up in the cash register, because like sometime I'll give them the cash, and then it'll be like say $10 and 8 cents, and I'll give them 10 cents to pay for the 8 cents, so they don't have to break another bill. Just give me 2 pennies back. They can't figure it out. I mean, it's lost. So maybe I'm being a little bit too assuming when I assume that Litecoin won't be used as a currency. And maybe that's just old school thinking, but I do believe, since it is going to be so rare, that it is going to be so valuable, that people are going to want to hold it and not spend it unless it's for a major purchase. Let's see. Maybe it will be used, Atomic Swap, to use other coins on the Lightning network. Yeah, that's a possibility too, that you don't have to just buy it with Litecoin. You can convert your Litecoin into another currency for the purchase, and then it can be converted back into Litecoin or into a different currency if you want to. But I think, again, that's going to be where your store of value is. I think people are going to hold their money in Bitcoin and Litecoin. They're going to do the atomic swap with a Digibyte, buy their pack of gum, the change that they get. If they don't have a lot of money in their wallet or they're going to be spending it right away, they might keep it in Digibyte or they might send it back into their Litecoin or Bitcoin. Or what was I going to say? Oh, well, all right, never mind. I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, but yeah, atomic swaps are a cool thing, especially if the prices are very cheap to swap or free or practically free. Then that'll be a good thing. Or what I was going to say is when they atomic swap, they might have a system built into the phone or the trading system, the atomic swap system, where it automatically puts your money into the cryptocurrency that not the one that you want, but the one that is the best value at the time. So let's say Litecoin goes down $3 and Bitcoin is up $5. When you do the swap, it may put your money into Litecoin instead of Bitcoin because Litecoin has come down in price. So it's a better value to buy Litecoin because it's cheaper. And then it'll go up and then you actually making money. That could be another possibility. I know cars that cost more than houses. Yeah, I know. I don't think it will work that way. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just giving my thoughts. And please, if anybody has different thoughts, this is a good way just to bounce ideas off each other. You know what I mean? I don't know everything. I just like kind of talk and try to get your ideas as well. So please, True Vibes TV, but you can break Litecoin into 100 million pieces. Exactly, you can. That is a lot of cups of coffee. I think that the future is bright. Yeah. Yep. I think so. Oh yeah, I agree. Litecoin is 95% of what I own. Yeah, my main holding is Litecoin, and now my second is actually Wabi for temporarily, at least for the next few weeks, just to see what happens there. You just did a price prediction, Joe. SEC will hunt you down now. I love the USA. Yeah, and hopefully they're not going after small fish like me. But I did say that do your own research. This is not financial advice, please, by all means. Don't want to get hunted down. Push the likes. Gotta go. Cheers, Joe. See you later, Matt. Press the likes. All right, guys. So unless anybody has any more comments to make, like I said, I didn't want this to be too long of a video since I already made one today. I'm going to say, you know what it is. Kiss your wives, kiss your girlfriends, hug your kids, pet your pets. Joe Knows Cryptos. God bless. Signing off. Y'all have a great weekend. Woohoo! Bye now.